Three, two, one. Hi, guys. My name's Andrew. It's the Morning Hash. Just a little news update for your Wednesday, September 27th, 2023. This is not breaking news or anything. This actually occurred September 25th, 2 days ago. California Governor Gavin Newsom signs trio of bills on LGBTQ youth after controversial veto. Let's see. California Governor Gavin Newsom signed a trio of bills supporting LGBTQ youth one day after vetoing a bill that would have required judges to consider whether parents have affirmed the gender identity of their children amid custody disputes. So let's one thing right off the bat, okay? They were trying to, in California, they were trying to consider in custody disputes between parents if the parents have affirmed the child's gender of choice. So if the boy wants to be a girl, but the father says, "No, you're a boy, you're not a girl," and the mom says, "Oh no, you're a girl, I'm affirming your gender identity," then the judge is allowed to take that into consideration and say, "Well, you should go with the mother because they're affirming your gender identity and that's actually good for you." That was actually vetoed. So for some crazy reason, Gavin Newsom actually did a good thing there. Certainly doesn't cancel out all the terrible, no good, very bad, awful things he has done. So let's go on. He signed 3 pieces of legislation that would support protections for LGBTQ residents in California, including setting implementation timelines for LGBTQ cultural competency training by public school staff and teachers. Now, wait a minute. Cultural competency training? I've never heard of such a thing. Let's see. Competency training requirements. Let's see. I've never heard of such a thing. If such a thing exists, it's news to me. But let's see. So for healthcare professionals, right? For general practitioners and whatnot. Okay. This is the first time I've ever heard of something like this. And I work a 9-to-5 in a very, very large corporation. I've never heard anything about cultural competency training. Since they're in the United States of America, why aren't we doing training on the cultural competency of America? Because that seems to be lacking a great deal. We should be learning more about the culture and history of our country together because we're all Americans, rather than putting one group above the other, regardless of the group. That's segregation. Whether you want to admit it or not, if you're putting one group above the other, that is segregation. So, let's see, he goes on, the article goes on, including setting implementation timelines for LGBTQ cultural competency training by public school staff and teachers, establishing a task force to identify needs for LGBTQ students, and requiring courts to keep confidential any petition for a change of gender and sex identifier. So that other part right there, establishing a task force to identify needs for LGBTQ students. How about you just set up a task force to protect all kids, all children, every single one of them? Why just gay kids? Why just trans kids? How about all kids? Newsom says, California is proud to have some of the most robust laws in the nation when it comes to protecting and supporting our LGBTQ plus community. Again, how about just the entire community? Why are you segregating people? Why are you doing that? You're trying to cause division. You're trying to drive people apart. And we're committed to the ongoing work to create safer, more inclusive spaces for all Californians. Excuse me. No, you're not. No, you're not, because you're putting one group ahead of others. Again, I'm going to say this word a lot in here, but you're segregating. That's what you're doing. You're not making it more inclusive for everyone. You're putting the needs of one group of people far above the needs of everyone else. These measures will help protect vulnerable youth, promote acceptance, and create more supportive environments in our schools and communities. All youth are vulnerable. All children are vulnerable. Protect all kids. Why is that so hard? Why won't you just say protect all kids? Huh? Are you afraid of getting banned from Call of Duty? Boy, I haven't heard hide nor hair of that tale in a while. Anyway, State Senator Susan Talamantes Eggman, Democrat, of course, chairwoman of the California Legislative LGBTQ Caucus, also applauded the signings in a statement issued by Newsom's office. This year, the LGBTQ caucus took up the important work of protecting our communities in the face of vile anti-LGBTQ plus rhetoric, discriminatory laws across the country, and hatred to face if we fail to act. So this is going along with that whole trans genocide thing. And by the way, anywhere a trans genocide is occurring in the United States, point it out because I missed it. I haven't seen it. Where is it? Where's that happening? It's not. It's not happening. They're using inflammatory language to get people's emotions riled up, okay? Pay very close attention to the language they use. Discriminatory laws across the country. I'm trying to think of what rights I have that a gay or trans person does not have. Are there any? They can get married now. They can do practically anything they want without being criticized, because if you criticize them, you're a bigot. You can criticize me all you want. I'm a white, straight man. But you can criticize me till the cows come home. Interesting. Let's see. This article goes on. Newsom vetoed a bill Saturday that would have allowed courts to consider each parent's affirmation of the child's gender identity when making decisions about custody and visitation. Okay, so he did that good thing. He actually vetoed a bill that would have required judges to consider the parent's gender affirmation of their child when determining custody battles, which is just mind-numbing. It's just this madness. This is all madness, isn't it? It's just madness. Madness. Let's see. Newsom said he couldn't support the bill because of its efforts to change legal standards for another branch of government. So he didn't oppose the bill. He didn't oppose the bill because of what it might do to kids and families. He opposed the bill because it might change legal standards for another branch of government. Does this man care whatsoever about anyone other than himself? I think the answer unequivocally is no. I urge caution when the executive and legislative branches of state government attempt to dictate, in prescriptive terms that single out one characteristic, legal standards for the judicial branch to apply. In prescriptive terms that single out one characteristic, well, you're singling out one characteristic. You're singling out the fact that if you are a member of the LGBTQ plus community, we're going to give you certain rights above others. So you're full of shit, is what you are. Oh, and of course, another senator, California State Senator Scott Wiener. Oh, God. It writes itself, doesn't it? Said Newsom's decision was a tragedy for trans kids. These kids are living in fear, with right-wing politicians working to out them. Where? What right-wing politicians are saying we have to out all trans kids because we have to get rid of them? Where? Deny them health care, ban them from sports and restrooms, and erase their humanity. Erase their humanity, really. Again, it goes back to the trans genocide. Where's the trans genocide happening? Where's it happening? And let's go to that right there. Okay? We should not have multi-gender bathrooms. We don't need this crap because it is dangerous to kids. And you claim to be wanting to protect kids. Bullshit. Let's see. And we'll just do a few examples here and then we'll cut this video. Let's see. We'll go to that one, but get out of here. And these are just throughout the years. This was back in 2018. 5-year-old girl sexually assaulted by a transgender boy in the bathroom. School blames her mother. Interesting. Oklahoma mother sues school district after girl 15 assaulted in bathroom by trans student 17. This was written June 2023. Second girl raped in school restroom by transgender fellow student. Furious dad arrested. That's back in October of 2021. And that was the famous one in Virginia where the dad went to the city council or he went to the school board and he confronted them and then he was tackled to the ground by police officers. Good job, police, you fucking cowards. And this last one from California. Adult who, at 17, sexually assaulted child is sentenced to juvenile facility. Did you hear what I just said, Gump? Adult who, at 17, sexually assaulted a child is now sentenced to a juvenile facility. This was last year. A 26-year-old transgender woman who, at age 17, sexually assaulted a child will serve a 2-year sentence in a juvenile facility rather than a jail for adults, a judge ruled Thursday. How is that safe for children? How are you protecting children? And even LGBTQ plus children that would maybe in that juvenile facility, how are you protecting children from that monster? They hate you. They don't care about you. Gavin Newsom is the cream of the crop when it comes to hating family, hating children, and just hating everyone other than himself. All of these links will be posted below in the description. If you like what you heard, please hit the like, share, subscribe, the little notification bell thingy, and I will I'll figure out some more stuff to talk about because this world is crumbling all around us, but we need to keep our head on a swivel, and we need to think clearly, and we need to always, always, always tell the truth about everything. All right? You guys take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. See ya.